Oh, it's been a few days since we... Still no news about Rarer, though. If only he was gone for...
Hello! You must be the traveler in Pine... Mr.
The Wild Hunt? Oh, uh-oh! Come on, let's go!
I can barely sense any Kuvaki at all.
Looks like his appetite truly...
He's not serious. Ah, everyone's here already.
We've all been on high alert since we split up a few days back, expecting Rarir, but it's like he just vanished into... That is,
And we're sure that... Who else? He's the only one who could pull off a stunt like...
Kuvaki loss has reached critical levels. Reikir of Solnari set to maximum threat level. Warning, unless de-escalation measures are taken soon.
Traveler, there wasn't a shred of sanity.
Yeah, didn't... Oh...
Last time we fought, we were already at a
Yeah, unless...
The other thing is... How does someone...
Beats me.
According to certain medical...
There are many on besides his...
Exactly. I'd be willing to bet that even if we gathered together every scrap of intel in Nod-Krai, we still...
So, if we do... Last time we had...
Well... somewhere like the Eye of Kratty.
A perfectly reasonable...
I agree, we should...
Wait, why he...
If I recall correct...
That's right. Yes, it...
Splitting up's always gonna be risky. But... And if we do...
That's when you follow the third rule of treasure hunting. I don't know. Did I? Anyway, whatever. In this...
Agreed.
All right, we'd better get moving. Come on, Anefa, let's go!
Any leads?
Nope. It feels like we're sitting on a powder keg that could go off at any second. Oh.
So, you guys didn't find anything?
Not loving the word.
I questioned if... Almost as if he knew someone was on to him. Either that...
He's been biding his time for a while now. The question is... Where?
All we can do... Wait, he's actually here? I didn't mean it!
No, it's coming from... Silver Moon Hall! The Lady Kutar might be in danger!
Let's get over there, quick!
time for questions. Stop him!
This is insane.
Yehoda, get Kutar out of here!
On it.
Look where your feeble light has gotten you. Now you shall plunge into darkness. Thalindus, soon I will find a way.
Watch out!
Find them. Even if it means turning this place to ashes.
That was too close.
We barely made it out of there alive. What's that guy's deal? How'd he get so crazy strong?
He's a threat to this entire nation. I doubt his strength could even be measured by conventional standards.
I have a question. When me and Anetha showed up, we saw him chasing after this lady like he wanted her dead. What was that all about? We weren't there for the whole thing either. They were already duking it out by the time we arrived.
Yeah, we didn't see how it all started. It all escalated so quickly, we had no choice but to step in.
Kutar, can you shed any light on the situation?
Kutar. Cross-checking database. I see. So you're the one that the Frost Moon Scions refer to as the Moon Goddess?
Wait, she's the moon goddess? Oh, no wonder she looks just like all those statues.
There are many reasons why people might worship the moon, and just as many why they might despise it. I've never met that person before, but there was no mistaking his deep-seated hostility towards me. Why he holds me in such contempt, I cannot say. But since he hunts the power of the moon, it's no surprise that I am a target.
Kutar.
There are many potential motives. For instance, you help the traveler escape his grasp. This could be his way of taking revenge. It is also possible that he covets the Kuvaki inside you and seeks to take it for his own. The list goes on. But right now, devising a counter-strategy should be our #1 priority. The likelihood of this location being discovered is close to 100%.
A counter strategy? But we don't stand a chance against an enemy like this. Surely our only option is to run. He's not gonna chase us to the end of the world, right? So as long as we can sneak out of Nod-Krai undetected. No, I can't say that. Come on, Yehoda, this is serious stuff. You can't suggest we all just chicken out.
Running is our only option.
Huh?
You seem surprised, but what other choice do we have? We are facing an enemy we cannot possibly defeat in battle.
Well, I mean, yeah, but still.
It's not too late. I can distract him. Plenty of time to make your escape.
Wait, what? You're gonna act as bait?
Doesn't that make sense? I'm the one he's after. There's no need for you to risk your necks on my behalf. A coyote doesn't stop for bypassers while it's howling at the moon. What is it, Loma? The Frost Moon Scions have already grown accustomed to life without their goddess. My presence here is no longer essential, and this is not my home, so you needn't ask me to stay.
We can't just roll over and let him get away with this. That's not our style.
Yeah, we can't just call it quits after everything we've been through together. Besides, she pretty much saved my life back there. If I just ditched her now, I'd never forgive myself.
We can't overlook that you have saved our lives multiple times now. To talk of returning the favor would be a little crass for my liking. But suffice to say that we are friends, and friends look out for one another.
River's true objective remains unclear. Even if we were to sacrifice Miss Kutar, there's no guarantee he would stop.
But
Kutar, I know why you left the Frost Moon Scions so long ago. It was because people started treating prayer as a form of trade. They would make self-centered wishes, force you to accept meaningless offerings in return, and then expect you to perform miracles for them, as if that were their entitlement. If it were me, I might have walked away too. But I believe that time can change everything, and that sometimes it takes losing something precious to appreciate its true worth. After much reflection, I've realized that this was never about whether the Frost Moon Scions need you. Any relationship based on need is purely you were born here.
thank you, Lauma. But my power is on the wane. I'm a very well then. I'll do as you say.
Both times you saved us.
It is rejected by the world. My power is dwindling. Like a lake cut off from its source, slowly shrinking away. Now, it has almost run dry.
What do you mean, rejected by the world?
The 3 moons belonged to the ancient bygone era, in which they came into. The 3 moons are yet moon, but this
It's the Wild Hunt!
Even faster than we...
See how those wild hunt creatures are running.
Then what do we wait?
By the Frost Moon of old.
Close your eyes. Be silent.
They just keep coming! This is driving me nuts!
Rerear's closing in on us. We need to pick up the pace.
There's too many of them! And this time, we can't fall back on Kutar's house to escape! This goes on much longer.
With one heart, we pray.
The night comes. Observe. Be silent. To dust.
Chew on this! Look, a recruit!
Preparing for dust up. Insulation chamber deployed.
By the Frost Moon of old.
Observe. The long sleeve beckons. Close your eyes.
With one heart, we pray.
What's the matter? Bit off more than you could chew?
Who are you? Uncle Varka! You're back from Amsvartnir? Whoa! You're Varka? Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius?
We could save the intros for later. Right now, let's get you all out of this hellhole. Follow me. I know somewhere you'll be safe.
Oh, is that where I think it is?
That's the one. Come on, move! There's no time to waste.
Wow! Where are we? This is so well hidden.
Well, that goes without saying. This is the Knights of Favonius' meeting place in Nod-Krai, and a contact hub for the Northern Intelligence Network. AKA, the black market of intel. No matter what faction you're with, it's the place to buy and sell information. Their headquarters are in Nod-Krai, but they've got contacts in every nation. As an expeditionary force on foreign soil, working with them has offered us the most effective way of getting our hands on reliable local intel. This is where we meet, so naturally, it's secure. Anyway, where were we? Folks from Nod-Krai should be pretty familiar with me by now, but I believe this is the first time we've met. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Varka, Knight of Boreas, and Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius.
We've heard all about you. This meeting's been a long time coming. You look way younger than Paimon expected, but you definitely have that Grand Master vibe.
Well, I'm no spring chicken. Just not showing my age yet. Definitely feeling some of that back pain today, though. Rushed back from Amsvartnir without a wink of sleep, only to get right into another fight with that freshly revived maniac.
Another? You mean you fought him before?
Yep. He wasn't nearly as strong back then, but he was still a formidable foe. I brought some of the knights along to give him a little surprise, but he saw us coming from a mile off. My squad took heavy injuries, and I barely made it out alive myself. We knew it might have been our last chance, so we staked everything on it. But still, it wasn't enough to stop him. I tried tracking him down afterwards, but he didn't leave a trace. Even in his unhinged mental state, he's as cautious as any trained operative. So, I decided to come find you. And as luck would have it, turned up to find you being ambushed by the Wild Hunt. The rest, you already know.
Is that why he's been frantically absorbing Kuvaki these past few days? Because he sees you as a threat?
Maybe I'm part of the equation, but even if I weren't, I'm sure he'd still be gathering power. He's clearly working up towards something.
Note to self, Uncle Varka's strength rating officially upgraded.
Guess it's my turn to ask questions now. So, what exactly has been happening in Nod-Krai? Why has the Wild Hunt returned in humanoid form? And why is it after you?
That's a long story, but I'll try to make it quick.
Wow, I had no idea so much had happened. Sounds like you guys have really been through it. So, the Kutar is actually a Fatui Harbinger. And all this Wild Hunt activity in Nod-Krai is the work of the Raker of Solnari, one of the 5 sinners. That's a lot to take in. Need some time to wrap my head around it all.
I'm truly sorry, Mr. Varka. You stood with us against the Wild Hunt, and did everything you could to stop it from escalating into a full-blown catastrophe. And then, the one time you're away, it all comes to a head and all your hard work gets undone.
You've got nothing to apologize for, Miss Moonchanter. You can plan 100 steps ahead and still slip up. That's just life. No one knows what tomorrow holds. You can't predict which way the wind will blow next. And, to be perfectly honest, I can't say I'm surprised. For all the times we've defeated the Wild Hunt in the past, we've never been able to completely wipe it out. Turns out, we were just delaying the inevitable. But now that a new variable has come into play, fate may well take a different course.
A new variable? You mean us?
Who else? And in a strange way, I think his resurgence might not be an entirely bad thing. The Wild Hunt is like an unrelenting force of nature, but Rerir is an individual with an agenda. He's gotta have a weak spot somewhere. That said, while Aino was explaining everything just now, some of the points that Mr. Flint's added caught my attention.
You mean about our mystery ally?
That's right. From what you've said, not only did they lead you straight to some key files, they also shielded Hisi Island from a lethal Kuvaki blast. I don't know who or what could pull something like that off. Heck, even Miss Columbina doesn't have a clue.
I hadn't heard the story about those files. Would you mind repeating their titles for me?
Wild Hunt Phenomena Log, a Nod-Krai and Ratnik's Field Journal, and Kuvaki Survey Log.
Oh. No. Still doesn't ring a bell.
Another dead end. Guess all we can do now is hope that our mystery ally keeps showing up when we most need them. Still, it's safest to assume they won't be intervening again. From here on out, we'll have to resolve this crisis by ourselves. Your intel also explains something else I've been wondering about. The reason I led my team to Amsfarnir was because we'd had reports about a possible source of the Wild Hunt showing up there. But once we looked into it, it turned out to be a red herring. I don't know who was behind it, but clearly, it served its purpose. I doubt it's by chance that he happened to make his comeback while my attention was diverted. And from everything you told me, it sounds like his scheming began well before his return. So maybe luring me away was all a part. But is it even... The Moon Maiden and the Raker of Solnari, Nod-Krai of all places. The way everything is unfolding, it can't be a coincidence.
So, what do we do now? Got any ideas?
Right now, first, to my knowledge...
What if there was...
How so?
Have you thought of something, Columbina?
3 moons once watched over this world. They say that I now bear...
Hold on. Are you suggesting...
The iridescent...
That's right.
The 3...
According to my...
I know. Yes.
It's a long way from here to the Experimental Design Bureau. There's a high chance you'll be spotted. You shouldn't go alone.
Then that's settled. As you saw for your people's upset, the Wild Hunt is...
It's true. If Kuta...
But where would we...
Oh? That's a rather hasty conclusion for someone who's so painstaking.
Ah, she heard me.
Boss! What are you doing here?
I'm now asking myself the same question. I received a letter from a humble knight of Favonius, requesting a meeting to discuss a major business.
Since his fit, we can't do this without...
Wait a sec. How did you even hear about this place, Nefer? Didn't you say this is meant to be the Knights of Favonia?
You really think he could have gotten settled in Nod-Krai without my help?
Allow me to
Please spare me the flattery. Let's cut... Well,
So you're just going...
why should I...
What if we told...
Oh?
I can't... If you and...
You just don't give up, do you? Too bad. I know you well enough to know you can't afford my prices. The riskier the job, the more it'll cost. And a moon chanter's stipend isn't exactly generous. Unless you're...
Boss, things got really dangerous during the fight with Rerir. If this girl hadn't saved me, I'd be... If there's...
This is... You have to be careful who you get involved with, or you invite all kinds of misfortune. Very well. You hope... Flynn's. That fragment that...
Of course.
Let me borrow...
Wait,
Shh.
I get it. And that brings me to the third and final... I'm in for this...
Count me.
come off it. I'm way ahead of you here. And Nefer did us once they're ready.
I like it.
No biggie.
All right, then. We'll split into 3 teams. Once your team is...
Lady Damselette, we've been doing our best to
We're not looking.
Do I need to, out of consider—
Let them in.
But
Are you going to?
no.
Sandrone.
So tell me, to what do I owe the honor this time? Actually, before you answer that, just so we're clear, we're not colleagues anymore, Columbina. I don't owe you anything.
I promise it's nothing big.
It seems like you've gotten the wrong idea here. The only reason I let you in was because I was bored. It seemed like a way to kill some time and satisfy my own curiosity. Whatever miscalculations I may or may not have made in the past, I haven't lost the plot enough to even consider sticking my neck out for your sakes.
I'd like to speak with Arlecchino.
What? Huh? You mean the knave?
I'd like to speak with Arlecchino. Is she in Nod-Krai?
No, she's not. Once the work on this facility was completed, she went back with the rooster and Regrator. The only ones in Nod-Krai are me and... What is it you need to speak to her about anyway?
Rerir is hunting me. If I'm going to face him, I must first retrieve the lost moon. Is that a no, then?
As if I need reminding. I was this close to settling things with him before someone decided to whisk me away to their weird little garden.
Have you held any tea parties lately?
Tea parties? Yeah, obviously. You don't seriously think we'd pack it all in just because you aren't here. If anything, they've been more eventful than ever. Just me, Arlecchino, and a bunch of insolent, insensitive guests who won't stop asking where you've gone. Oh, they've been a real joy.
I bet you served them the worst tea you have. Just like you used to do to me when I upset you.
Who cares about how good the tea is when there's no one around to drink it? I keep losing people. First Rosaline, now you. I'm running out of people who can make me laugh. Honestly, what could be more ridiculous than the multi-centenarian goddess, who's only ever had the plain herbal tea she received as offerings?
You'd always brew a different type of tea for me each time.
Well, duh. What? Oh, yeah. Well, I guess we have Favronia
Pass along a message.
Excuse me. Back when you were under the...
But that protection I just got, it brings back memories from the old days. When I was still worshipped as the moon goddess. Centuries on, it may be a different group of people.
I figured you'd leave eventually. You didn't have as... The Tsaritsa gave you shelter and protection, but that was it. I get why, but if you keep hanging around with this riffraff, the next time we cross paths... huh? Listen.
My lady, it's the wild...
Another uninvited guest trying to crash my tea party. Clear the area! I'll handle this. Wait, what? You want us to leave you here by yourself? Huh, you'll be lucky to make it out of this alive. Go on, get out of here. You may have stopped Polonia from crushing him last time, but I've made sure that won't happen again. The entire Experimental Design Bureau is rigged for war. Stay and watch if you want, but it'll be at your own risk. You're not flagged as friendlies in the weapons. Don't tell me what. Stare all you.
I know.
This is it. Come on then, Mr. Ray here. Let's pick up where we left off. It's your Wild Hunt monstrosities versus my beautiful creations. Pelonia, get him!
I've upgraded Pelonia again since our last encounter, and uploaded every last scrap of your data. So let's finish this, once and for...
Where did she go?
Hey, over here!
Curse it. Moon, go. Keep searching. She kept...
So this is your method for investigating Rerir.
Good deduction.
Whoa.
I'm not sure.
Whenever we wish. I've never... I, on the other...
If you ask me, you're about as...
Once I take... And also, death is...
Come on, boss. Lighten up. Quit talking about death.
For once, I agree with you. Is there anything I can do to help?
That won't be
Eh?
That shady
Come on. Anyway, I know who you're talking about. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back.
Hey,
What is it? What's the big rush? You dragged me out of a dream where I was literally swimming in Mora. I'm charging double my usual attendance fee. See,
Dory-san.
if you want to make it was back when, and when you know, I've been giving her, plus any other friends you send my way, will enjoy 10% off. Huh, what can I say? The great lords. So,
You guessed.
at the very least.
What if I told...
Is that so? Then we really...
You're...
A powerful... If you're willing to...
Then...
Of course not! I have a handy little trinket from one of my generous suppliers, which... Hold on. What exactly are you getting at? No?
Let's just say favors are...
Fine. You can borrow it for 5 days. No, make that 3. And for every extra hour after that, I'm charging you 1,000,000 mora. Deal?
Deal.
What a way to start the day. Now, was there anything else you wanted? Or can I go back to bed now?
That will be all.
See you later! You're my favorite shopkeeper.
Excellent. Everything... After initiating the ceremony, your minds will follow me, so remember. Now then, let us peer into the Raker of Solnari's past. I made it. I don't recognize this style of architecture. Simple looks like the fearsome Raker of Solnari came from surprisingly humble unless this... Anyway, I'll keep exploring.
Hi, Rerir. Since you're working extra hours tonight, I thought I'd keep I'll test it out. P.S. New stash from the Universitas Magistrorum. I brought some goodies home. A few teacups.
They didn't sign their name.
I went over to Joseph's for drinks today. Joseph asked why, but if he
The Lindis.
Grain imports keep falling. Honestly, I don't care if it...
Grain has to be in... That would explain why they even...
I've just about saved up enough now.
Making a big purchase. He really is, despite what he's... Did Rary rip...
Before I met you, the burial place, it was you.
This is just trivial. The burial...
Reverie, over here.
Dane!
Hello there, Reverie. You need not address me so formally outside of court. He doesn't get that much free time, so I invited him over for a drink. Even the court prophet deserves a break every now and then, right?
Well, I'm flattered.
So, what are we discussing today?
Hey, don't look at me. As far as I see it, we don't need an excuse to have a few drinks.
Come on, don't give us that. Didn't you say you were about to pop the big question? How's that coming along?
Who'd have thought the great Twilight Sword was an even greater gossip?
I just didn't expect you to be the first one to settle down and get married, that's all.
Yeah. If you told me that a few years ago, I wouldn't have believed you either.
So, are you planning to come clean about your job then? I'm guessing you still haven't told her.
Sure, I'll have to tell her at some point. But I'll need to pick the right time and place. To be honest, I have no idea how she'll take it.
Come on, stop being such a pessimist. For all you know, she could be thrilled. I bet she'll be much more impressed by your actual job than the one she thinks you're doing now. A member of the King's Guard. Quite the cover story. Does the king himself even know?
Of course he does. Anyway, enough about me. How have you been?
Me? Same old, same old. Nothing much to... Huh? What's up, Fed? It's nothing.
Vadafulnir, Dainslift's elder brother. Renowned throughout the court of Conria as the Visionary, and said to possess a wisdom far beyond the reach of any ordinary man. And yet, despite the gulf between us, he seems to have something to say about me. Does he even know me? Does he see me as a friend of his brother, or just another of the Vinster King's blades? Why did he react so strongly? Was it really to do with what we were talking about?
Brown, curly hair and brooding blue eyes. So this is what Rare looked like back in the day. Perfectly normal. No different from anyone else. As frightening as this monster is in the present, there's something even more unsettling about seeing the human he used to be.
Felindis? You're back early?
Our equipment's being serviced today, so I got off earlier than usual. How's your day been? Aw, why the long face? Is something the matter? Has your boss been giving you a hard time again?
Went for a drink with Dane and the others after work.
Isn't that a good thing?
Vedafulnir showed up today, too. You know, Dainslift's older brother.
Ah, Mr. Vedafulnir. Yes, I've heard of him. They say that everything he says ends up coming true.
He overheard Dainslift mention that I'd recently proposed, and seemed to have an issue with it. But when I asked what it was, he kept it to himself.
So, you're worried? You can be such a child sometimes, Revier. We're nobodies. Why would the Visionary be concerned about us? I'm sure someone in his position has much bigger fish to fry.
Maybe you're right.
You worry too much, Revier. We've been together for ages now, and everything's been going so well, has it not? You've even proposed to me.
So, you do remember. Tell me then. What's your answer?
Like I said, I need some time to decide. You can't just rush into things like this. We may be nobodies in the grand scheme of things, but if we want things to work out, we've still got to plan ahead.
All right. Take your time. Just don't keep me waiting forever. Nobodies. Sounds about right. In the eyes of people like Battlefielnir and Dainsleif, what do we matter? Can someone whose gaze is so fixed on the far-flung future even see the present clearly? Besides, the dynasty's fate rests with the king and his inner circle. Whatever I do, it won't make much difference. Meanwhile, every idea they come up with and every decision they make, it affects everything. These days, the king is lost in his research, and the purge of the Crimson Moon bloodline grows ever more intense. The opposition tried to speak out, but nothing came of it. And I'm under no illusions as to why. Because we eliminated them and got rid of their bodies. A man can have 1,000 reasons to carry a sword, but there are few good excuses to use it. Yet the king has never even considered a gentler approach, and he never will. What becomes of someone who kills on another's behalf? Can he ever find true peace? Thelendis? It's nothing. You were right. Fate has never smiled upon nobodies like us. But by the same token, it's unlikely to bear a grudge against us either. There's no reason we can't keep living happily together, cherishing the simple joys of each day as they come.
See? You just need to stay positive, Revier. I can feel your warmth, your breath. You're right there, right by my side. Just seeing you makes me happy in a way I can't explain, and that's something that no one could ever take away from me. So smile, my love. Let go of that frown.
You're right, Thelendis. I've just been overthinking things.
That's better. Getting caught up about things like this will only ruin our evening. Speaking of which, all set for the ball tonight? I need to go get ready.
You go ahead. I just have a few things to take care of, then I'll come join you.
Even busier than the big shots, huh? Fine, I'll go get started. But don't be late. If you keep me waiting too long, I won't be a happy bunny.
Relax. I'll be there. Seriously, though, you drive a hard bargain. You're really gonna leave my proposal hanging and still expect me to take you to the ball?
Well, that goes without saying. I already told everyone I'd be coming with a dance partner. Besides, they're two completely different things. Let's take it one thing at a time, all right?
All right. White outfit it is.
It seems like Rerir was deliberately hiding his ties to the intelligence services by giving the impression that he was just an ordinary member of the Vinster King's Guard. He clearly doesn't want his would-be fiancée to know about his other life. Then again, that's hardly surprising. People in the intelligence trade rarely do. Who'd have thought we were in the same line of work? Let's dig a little deeper.
Our last operation was a resounding success, and all thanks to you, Ray here of Solnari. In total, we apprehended 32 dregs of the Crimson Moon, and 67 accomplices.
After all these years since the dynasty's fall, so many of them still linger on.
Indeed, it cannot be denied. Yet it was destiny that the Crimson Moon should be overcome by the eclipse, and that His Majesty, the all-seeing Vinster King, now guides our nation on the path to prosperity. Conria has no further need for a dead moon. But alas, there will always be those who refuse to see the truth, choosing instead to romanticize the past.
That's not entirely true. Much about the Crimson Moon era was worthy of remembrance, and that's exactly why they keep trying to see it restored. Many of its secrets remain unsolved to this day. As it happens, that's precisely the field of study my partner is devoted to.
You still haven't told her what you really do for a living.
Where would I even start? How do you tell someone that you're one of the king's hand-picked executioners? That your hands are steeped in blood?
You didn't choose this life, any more than I did. Orphans like us don't get a say.
But I'll sure as heck be the one to pay for it. Speaking of which, we need to be more rigorous in the way we identify direct descendants of the Crimson Moon. Someone, it seems, has strong opinions about my future plans. Most likely my marriage in particular. I have a feeling that we may soon become targets of the Crimson Moon's retribution.
Your concerns are not unfounded. They've taken out many of our colleagues these past few years, and for that very reason. These are no helpless lambs we're leading to the slaughter. They're wolves in sheep's clothing. Take care, Ray here of Solnari. I look forward to toasting you at your wedding.
Thanks, Thorkel. You look after yourself, too. Thelindis, I never wanted to keep this from you. You're the last person I would ever want to lie to. But that's exactly why I can't tell you everything. There are things you shouldn't know. Things you cannot know. The Moonlit Dynasties are a thing of the past. Yet even now, with the sun shining high in the sky, there are those who would call forth a dead moon's ghost. Could that be why Vedalfnir held back? Or was it because of some court secret he's not at liberty to share? I have to get a clear answer from him. No matter what happens, I will protect Thelindis.
Rerir seems to be very concerned by Vedalfnir's reaction. Vedalfnir and Dainsleif, the Visionary and Twilight Sword. So that's what they were really like. I've investigated this whole area now. There doesn't seem to be any other memories here. Should I try somewhere else? Wait a second. What's this black smoke?
So, he's late after all. Just you wait, Rerir. You're in for it. Big time.
Are you waiting for someone, ma'am? Could I tempt you into buying some flowers?
Oh, sure. Pick me out a pretty bunch if you would.
Thank you. But I'm afraid none of them are as pretty as you.
For someone so young, you sure have a way with words, don't you?
I'm only telling the truth. Look me in the eyes. You'll see I'm not lying. May we have a word in private?
Who are you? And what do you want?
It doesn't matter who I am. Too many of our kind have fallen lately, so I decided to take the risk of reaching out. Not long ago, the Ray here of Solnari led an assault on one of our strongholds. We suffered many casualties, and many who came to our aid lost their lives as well.
Sorry, I don't know why you're telling me this. And I don't want to get involved.
Wait, hear me out. This time we finally got a clear look at his face and learned his true identity. His name is Rerir.
and he claims to be one of the king's guards.
What did you say?
A cruel irony, isn't it? The man you're set to marry leads a double life as a brutal executioner. But surely, you must have caught a whiff of the blood on his hands.
Why are you telling me all of this now?
Simple. It's because...
How strange. Rerir was nowhere to be seen in that memory. It clearly belonged to the Lindis. Rerir couldn't possibly know what happened if he wasn't even there. Why would her memories appear in his fragment? The ceremony won't last much longer. I think it's time to call it a day.
So that was your doing? Did you just pull us inside Rerir's fragment to spy directly on his memories?
Any more questions, and I'll have to start charging.
I had no idea you could do that, boss! Seriously, that was amazing! We're not worthy. We're not worthy! I gotta admit, though, I'm itching to see what happens next. Feels like we barely scratched the surface.
I'm just as curious as you are, but the ceremony only allows for limited time inside. That's all we can see for now. Luckily, we managed to learn quite a lot.
So far, so good. I just hope the others are doing okay too. Especially the group with the Traveler. Their mission is a risky one. Let's hope it's all going smoothly.
If you're worried about them, go see how they're doing.
If I know boss, she's gonna need some time to write up all the details and make sure it's all coherent. I'll stay behind to lend a hand, but feel free to head back and meet up with the others.
Oh, they've been prowling around for nearly 2 days now. These things just won't quit. Oh, they might not have seen us yet, but them constantly sweeping the area, our way out is completely blocked. Oh, that's never gonna work. One little slip up and it's game over. If they spot us, they'll run straight back to Rerir. And once he knows we're here, it won't be long before he's breathing down our necks again. Oh, guess you're right. All right, time to zip it. Quick, hide! We almost got spotted! Phew! That was a close call. Watch out! It's coming this way! Keep going. We're nearly there. This is the final hurdle. Oh, there's no end to these things!
Fire.
Fire? Wait, what's that smell? Oh no, there's a fire!
Sandrone was right. You look weak, Columbina. The old you would never have let such lowly creatures bar your way. Freedom comes at a...
It's Arlie!
Hello again,
It's been a while.
Stupid right here of stupid Solnari. Ugh, whatever. I've got all the data I need. Next time we meet, you're finished. He sure doesn't pull his punch.
Excuse me, do you...
You can do me a favor by staying out of my way. Wait a minute.
Hello, Miss Sandra.
Hey, Fremine, get over here and help me fix this. Lenny, you do your thing. Just keep your sister away from my machines. Nearly every machine that catgirl...
You've got it.
Wait a second. Pretty sure there's still...
It's a relief to see you all made it back in one piece.
Huh? Feels like there's quite a few people missing. Where's Flint's and the others? And what about Nefer?
I returned ahead of them. Flint is helping Aino and Anefa to set up the decoys and buy us some time. As for Miss Nefer...
Boss is still wrapping things up on her end.
I see. But first, who do we...
Greetings.
Surely it can't be.
Those eyes. Oh, where have I seen them before? Wait, of course. In those memories we just saw.
The only Arlecchino I know is the fourth of the Fatui Harbingers. So either you share a pretty uncommon name, or you're more than just a tea party buddy.
You are well informed, Grandmaster. A man from Mondstadt living all the way out here in Nod-Krai, and yet the people and affairs of Snezhnaya seem to hold a special place in your heart.
Oh, the feeling's mutual. Sounds like you know all about who I am, too.
A Fatui Harbinger.
The atmosphere in here just got really tense. Guess we can't just start trusting Fatui Harbingers, even at a time like this.
I must admit, though, I'm a little curious. Seeing as the moon goddess no longer belongs to the Fatui, what makes you so willing to put your neck on the line here?
Nor does Nod-Krai belong to Mondstadt, Mr. Varka. Yet still, you're fighting for it all the same. Things don't always have to have a tangible payoff. Sometimes, stopping things from spiraling out of control is a higher priority than chasing the spoils of victory. Of course, I can't say there's nothing in it for me at all. But that's between Columbina and myself.
Forgive me. I don't mean to doubt you. It's just that the Fatui really have been the source of many of our troubles. We have our own way of doing things here in Nod-Krai. But ever since they arrived, the Fatui have treated us with nothing but hostility.
I know there's been a lot of bad blood between us in the past. I've done my utmost to avoid friction whenever I could. But sometimes fundamental conflicts of interest simply can't be settled amicably. That's why I'm here solely in a personal capacity. This has nothing to do with the Fatui. As a gesture of good faith, I'll be frank. I can help Columbina track down the iridescent moon's Anyway, what else is on the agenda?
She says she'll be frank, then completely but she clearly wants to change the subject. It'd be awkward if I tried to bring it up again now. I guess we'll just have to go along with it. She's the...
Well, since Miss Arlecchino sounds confident in her ability to handle the dregs of the Crimson Moon.
In the memories, there was a lot of talk about the Crimson Moon and Eclipse, and a whole bunch of other stuff from the time of
To my knowledge, long, but one day.
Still, long after the Crimson Moon dynasty had fallen, in those days, Rerir showed no signs of madness. In fact, what's the matter?
Verfnir, Rhine-daughter, Flinders.
Interesting. Anything else? What about this would-be fiancé of his? Do we know anything about her?
Well, she was a researcher at the Universitas Magistrorum, but it felt like she was hiding some kind of secret.
Oh, and one more thing. For some reason, Rerir's fragment also contains some of Thelindis' memories, though only a very small portion.
Well, no shortage of potential leads, I'll give you that. In any case, it sounds like we can conclude that while Thelindis was still around, Rerir appeared to be lucid and quite normal. Thelindis, it seems, must have been the one thing in this world that he couldn't let go of. Tell me, though.
Why do you need to know that? Hold on. If she would... Oh, yeah. Just like
if we could...
It's possible. That merchant...
All right, then. Traveler, as for the...
On the way over here, at this rate, the people living here...
I'll head back to the Curat...
Feels good knowing, given that the Wild Hunt has been a lot more active lately. I'll hold the fort for now. Then discuss our next move with Flints, Aino, and Anefa when they get back.
All right.
Well, the clock's ticking. If that's everything...
We'd better get moving too. We'll try to buy you as much time as we...
Stay safe, everyone.
We're back. Did we get here a little early? Or a little late?
A tad late. The others have already set off. To summarize, our resident moon goddess has found us a new ally, and Boss Nefer has uncovered some promising info. Everything going smoothly on your end?
Not great. I don't know how long we can stall them for. The decoys are getting taken out way faster than we imagined. I'm gonna make some more later, but I need a timeout first. I'm so tired. Oh, right.
Sure, Uncle Varka. You previously told us about how when you went to investigate, but according to that was before Rerir had regained his body, when he was far from regaining his full...
Flints. I know. I'm sure you're capable of coming up with... And Effa and I will head back over to Amsfartnir to see if there's anything...
Database update.
What?
They were betting...
It's the...
We already decided someone needs to hang back and oversee our strategy meetings. And besides...
So I've ended up with the easiest to...
Here, this will serve as a good spot to cross over.
Arlecchino, hold up a second. We still haven't got...
Simple. Because I am an inheritor of the royal bloodline of the Crimson Moon, and one of the last surviving embers of the Two Worlds' flames.
Huh? Are you serious? Isn't... you're a descendant of that Crimson Moon dynasty we were just talking about? The one from ancient Conria?
Your surprise is understandable. I was also taken aback when I first learned of it. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized the signs had been there all along. When I was young, I discovered I could wield a very special kind of fire. It coursed like blood through my veins and smoldered away inside my nerves. What's more, whenever I experienced strong bursts of emotion or drew too deeply on this power, it was like some kind of presence within the fire would begin to gnaw away at me, consuming me from the inside out. Exactly. That is why my hands are like this, too. At first, I saw it only as a curse, but once I became a harbinger, the Jester apprised me of the truth. Together with my own investigations, over the past few years, there are several things that I have gradually come to understand. For instance, take the so-called Crimson Moon. In truth, it is nothing more than the shattered remnants of the iridescent moon, fused with the abyss to prolong its lifespan. Since this blood flame was bestowed upon me by the Crimson Moon, it is a fusion of the iridescent moon's former power and the corruption of the abyss. You all understand the nature of the abyss well enough. I draw upon its power, and in return, it hungers for
If I recall correctly, you...
Yes.
Whew.
Anyway.
What does that mean?
So much of that history has been lost. We have no way of knowing exactly what they... But I would later on, still.
The first time we met, I sensed something when I looked at you.
Well, I appreciate that you kept it to yourself. Much about the... Anyway, time. I just want to make sure...
That's right. The iridescent...
Deal. Then let's get started.
Get what started?
When I first became a harbinger, the Jester gave... You should be able to buy a copy next time you're in Fontaine. In the Crimson...
Beyond the bounds...
The Crimson Moon, they made these children crawl up a fireplace and kept asking them, "Have you died? Did you see it?" Until they fight the adults in the book.
That explains why...
There's no fireplace...
That won't be necessary. The fireplace is purely symbolic. The key to the ritual is crossing the flames between two worlds. In other words, the flames that burn within me. Those burned away by such flames leave behind a kind of ghostly afterimage in the world. In the days of Conria, people believed they could be used to bridge the gap between the two worlds of life and death. In short, I can open a passage to that space for you. That's the easy part. The catch is I'll need to stay on this side to keep the passage open, so I won't be able to come with you. Once you're inside, you'll have to find your own way. Very well. Then I'll open it up.
Traveler, spare me a little more moon. Thank you. I feel like I've recovered some of my strength now.
Mistress of the seven hues of ages past, great mother of the present, crimson-clad sovereign of the two realms, by fire severed, by fire renewed, I offer myself now and beseech your descent. One word of advice.
Got it.
I sense a sinister gloom inside, but also the familiar light of the moon. I feel that I am about to meet an old friend who has changed.
I sense your presence, and grant me death and rebirth. Wait, why are you? You have crossed over from another world, transcended fate itself. I have no right to.
Hey, look up at the sky! A red moon! This must be the spot, right? Is that the abyss? It's...
What a tragic sight.
Careful! There's... By the way, Alambina, didn't you tell us that the iridescent moon had shattered into pieces? The moon... Derelict's pretty whole to Paimon. How is that possible?
Just like I thought. It was only a facade.
Huh? Huh? For real? That's way too high! There's no way we'll be able to reach it!
No. I'm not sensing anything up there. It's coming from under the mountain.
Let's see... Ah! There's some kind of weird shadow over the water! Wait, see that? Looks like a mechanism of some sort. Let's check it out! Looks like a device from the time of Conria. Maybe people once came here to study the Crimson Moon's domain, and they left this behind. Oh, if we could activate it, we might find some clues. Hey, look at that! Now that the mechanism's running, the shadow in the water looks different. Do you think these mechanisms might be...
Felindis, we'll leave the rest of the research in your hands. We'll be heading back now.
I hope this isn't ruining date night.
Ugh. Mind your own business. Just leave me some snacks on the table.
Felindis? Is that Rear's girlfriend? Oh, yeah.
The abyss has made... Maybe that's why...
Whenever I see waning moon, for me...
Oh, looks like the abyss has messed up this mechanism. We need to find a way to get it working again. Let's see if there are any other devices nearby.
Burn it down!
Be sanctified.
I see. So the moon marrow, or rather the power of the 3 moons, is the key to unlocking... If it really does exist, then maybe this madness can finally be put to an end.
Take cover behind the rocks!
With the Abyss inhibitors in place, I should be able to access the chamber with the moon marrow. Oh, Revier, with every step you take, you're drifting further from what you truly desire. But you're not the root of the problem. Ever since that outsider set foot in Conria, the Vinster King has sunken deeper into madness. If only I could get my hands on that outsider.
Hey, look! The moon's reflection is back to normal! Belindis' voice mentioned a chamber with the moon marrow. Do you think maybe it's hidden in the moon's reflection?
It must be. For within it, I sense the fragile aura of a dying soul.
Then there's no time to lose! Let's go! These things are so creepy! Looks like we'll have to destroy them if we want to get to the iridescent moon's marrow!
Light it up!
That must be the iridescent moon's marrow! Oh, we'll need to destroy these things before we can reach it!
Settle down!
Silence!
The iridescent moon's marrow. Still, if we can purify the abyssal power within, we should be able to obtain its untainted essence.
It's so cold. Is it you?
Huh?
At long last. I'm sorry. The moment the moon, tell me. What was it that brought you to us? All that time ago. You look so puzzled, but trust me when I say...
What was that all about? It sounded like she was speaking to a long-lost friend. But none of us have ever met her before, right?
Perhaps. She took me for the goddess of the frost moon she once knew. For a fading soul like hers.
But anyway, all right. That's odd. This place looks different than when we came in.
Waning moon.
Huh?
Oh, lifeless damsel.
Oh. Hurry! The place is collapsing!
It wants to trap us here.
Who's it? The abyss?
Now we've taken the moon marrow. All that's left here is a dark will. It will show us no mercy.
Give it back! The crimson moons! My marrow! My heart!
Finally! Huh? Oh no! The exit's blocked! They're back! Now what do we do?
This is where you fall. Witness my rise.
Hey,
What are you waiting for?
Oh, we made it! Was that you, Arlecchino? Did you save us? Wait, your hands! They're...
Oh, this? Don't worry. It's a small price to pay. The Abyss wanted to trap you inside, and I defied its will by bringing you out. No wonder it's a little angry. No. I have paid the price, albeit a small one, and it cannot be undone. My hands have already fused with the Abyss. Purification would simply destroy whatever's left of them.
But surely... Oh... We're so sorry, Arlecchino. Paimon can't believe you'd make a sacrifice like this for us.
As much as I'd like to call it a favor, the truth is I was simply holding up my end of the deal. Well, Columbina.
Yes, you did your part. And as promised, I will leave the iridescent moon's marrow in your care. From this day forth, may the two worlds flick.
I'll take that as a blessing. Now, Columbina, give me your hand. Feeling stronger?
Hey, Columbina! Are you okay?
I'm fine.
By the Frost Moon's authority alone, wielding the power of the other moons was always going to be a stretch.
It's still not enough. Just one more ray of moonlight, if you would. It's okay. I can take it.
How about now? Fighting fit?
At the very least. I want to see him gone from Nod.
Well, it's good to have something to aim for. You certainly seem more alive now than you did earlier. When I first met you, you didn't strike me as a ray of moonlight. More like a wisp of fog drifting, but now...
Thank you. Look after yourself too, Arlecchino. But whatever you're after, don't let the Abyss take a hold of you.
I appreciate the concern, Columbina.
And Noon.
Kutar, the Moon Maiden, Columbina. We often use code names in the House of the Hearth, too. But it's knowing your real name that keeps you grounded. All I'll say is this. Once you've defeated... All right.
You're the best.
I appreciate...
It was a close call, but we got the iridescent moon's marrow and restored Columbina's strength.